So YouTube is waiting to take something. I'm back before we get to it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you always watch the full video.
Mike, you better come down these fucking stairs and show me your hands. You better show me your fucking hands. I'm deaf. I got a gun right there. Don't move.
This is 49-year-old Michael Ralston, and he just had a heated argument that ended in the brutal murder of his roommate, Eric Wins.
Dude, what the?
Initially, it seemed
Again, bro. Roommate, friend, family, significant other. If we are in this home together, bro, we should be safe. From each other, at least.
Michael had acted in self-defense, but as detectives dug deeper, they uncovered damning evidence that shattered Michael's story and exposed something far more sinister than the innocent, deaf victim he claimed to be.
Self-defense or self-defense, they were trying to stab me and he has a stab wound, and I just started shooting.
Honestly, it's possible that the guy that deceased stabbed that guy.
Next thing I know, I just heard pow, 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 pow. And that guy hollered, stop, stop.
Why he ain't got no clothes on?
Stop banging at my door. Pow. And that guy hollered, stop, stop banging at my door.
Not honoring my name before I open the door. I can't. We need to please stop.
The town of Longview's night of terror would begin when police received a call from a distressed man reporting that shots had been fired during a violent clash between his roommates. The man was pleading for police to show up immediately. Officers would be quickly dispatched, clueless of what they were about to walk into.
Open the door. Open the door. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Walk out. Lay down.
Lay down right here.
Come out. Lay down. Lay down.
Lay down.
Lay
Yeah.
down. Hey, Longview Police. Longview Police.
Hey, I got it.
Longview Police.
Hey, you're good. What happened?
What is this? Don't open that door. Your brother's been shot. Stop. What else is in here?
Upon entering the house, officers found an unidentified man bleeding heavily on the bathroom floor. The victim told police that his attacker not only stabbed him, but shot his brother as well. These terrifying accounts prompted officers to cautiously divide into teams, preparing to advance and search for the potentially shot victim.
Hey, let's go around back. We're gonna go around back.
Yeah, that's why everybody don't need to have, shouldn't be able to have or get access to a pistol.
This way. There's a door. Okay, is there okay? There's an upstairs, bro. Let's make entry.
Hey, buddy, show your head.
You're good.
Show your head.
When officers entered through the back door, they found a man dead at the bottom of the stairs, just a room away from the other injured victim. This put police on extreme edge as they prepared to move upstairs.
Who's up there? Longview Police. Hey, who stabbed you? Where's he at? Hey, Mike, you better come down these fucking stairs and show me your hands. Hold on. Push up.
Yeah, let's go.
You got a rope to the left. Push. Solomon, push left.
All right.
You better show me your fucking hands. Show me your fucking hands. Hold that. Don't you move. I'm deaf. I got a gun right there. Don't move.
This is 51-year-old Michael Ralston, another resident of the building, and the supposed attacker.
Don't move.
Move, buddy.
Don't move.
You got him.
Yeah.
Hold on. Stand up. Come over here.
Hold this. Yeah, I got the gun right here.
You have any other guns? You have any other weapons on you?
No, sir. The guy down there that attacked me,
Okay,
I
okay.
bang out the door. I opened the door, and he made some threat.
All right. Check. Did you check everything? Is that locked door? Okay.
Two guys tried to beat me up, and I got my gun and shot him and stuff.
Okay, just relax, partner. Relax.
I'm beating through.
Where's he bleeding at?
Michael appeared disoriented and in shock, claiming his two roommates had attacked him. He had a clear injury on his arm and looked genuinely panicked, so the officers thought his...
He might. I want to say he could have been telling the truth, but we already seen the title. But in our scenario where that can happen, though.
story might be true. Back downstairs, officers spoke with the wounded victim, Jonathan, who was still alive, but struggling. As he was prepared for transport to the hospital, Jonathan reaffirmed that it was Michael who had attacked him with a knife and claimed that Michael also shot his brother, Eric Wins. This was confusing for the officers, as Michael claimed he acted in self-defense and that Jonathan had attacked first. Both men were pointing fingers at each other. But one thing was clear: someone was lying, and it was up to the detectives to figure out who.
Somebody's lying, somebody's alive. That's what's going on.
Kind of hard to gather information because one witness came out covered in blood, wearing underwear. He got detained. Turned out to be a witness. He's mentally challenged. When I got here, EMS was dragging one guy out who'd been stabbed repeatedly out there.
That's the guy at the hospital.
Yeah, which they. So. Oh, really? The other guy's just flat deceased. He's back there.
Oh, where you have one like that?
Yeah, he's.
I wasn't sure. I thought maybe we had these two.
No, he's deceased. He got shot in the head, so he's gone completely.
We know who the actor is?
Yeah, the guy at the hospital that Potter's with. The deaf guy.
What's that?
The deaf guy that Potter's with in the hospital. He got a severe laceration on his arm.
To make sense of the situation, officers needed to establish the circumstances surrounding the shooting and what led up to it. But with Jonathan in critical condition, he was in no state to be interviewed yet. So for now, detectives decided to sit with Michael for a formal interview, hoping his statement could establish a clear timeline of events and shed light on what had really happened. Here's what he told detectives. According to Michael, he was about to go to bed when Eric suddenly started yelling and banging on his door, aggressively trying to pick a fight. Michael stated he had no idea why Eric wanted to fight. Then suddenly, Eric kicked in Michael's door, swinging it wide open. Quickly, Jonathan, Eric's brother, rushed in to attack Michael. They struggled, but Michael was able to pick up his gun and go to reload it. However, Jonathan managed to kick Michael's gun away before any bullets were fired. That, he said, was why he pulled out a knife from his pocket and began stabbing. Throughout his account, he would repeatedly insist, "I was scared for my life. What I did was self-defense." Michael's claims and the lack of evidence to disprove them made the case more challenging for investigators. Additionally,
I got lack of evidence. How did I prove that he was lying?
both Eric and Jonathan had criminal histories, with a known history of resolving their conflicts through violence. This gave some weight to the possibility that Michael had actually acted in self-defense. So detectives began meticulously interviewing each resident of the building, hoping to get insights into who may have heard the scuffle or know anything about it. And what they would learn would flip the case upside down.
How are you doing?
Hey,
Considering anyway.
I'm okay, I guess.
Are you injured or anything?
No, man.
Okay.
Just inconvenience.
Sounds like you were very inconvenienced. Okay, you are Cesar?
I'm Caesar.
Caesar,
Yes, sir.
This is Cesar Cassiano, the 911 caller who was in contact with dispatchers during the attack. He lives on the second floor, directly across the hall from Michael's room, and would prove to have useful information about the two men.
Kind of tell me what went on tonight that you know about.
I was on the phone talking to a friend of mine in Oklahoma. I heard banging. I thought somebody was knocking on my door. Anyway, when I opened the door, Eric, the gentleman from downstairs, was knocking on his door. And he looked at me and he said, "I'm sorry if I interrupted your evening." I said, I thought you were knocking on my door. No, he says, "I need to talk to Mike."
Okay.
So I closed my door, got back on the phone, and while I was on the phone, the next thing I heard what sounded like a scuffle. And then I heard several shots. And then I hung up, we disconnected there, and I called 911. I said, "I just heard several shots. I heard somebody yelling and screaming. That sounded like a scuffle. That's all I know.
Caesar was the last known individual to have had contact with Michael or Eric in the moments leading up to the shooting, but he doesn't indicate that Eric displayed any heightened aggression or behavior that would justify the use of deadly force. Not only that, but the details Caesar is about to reveal will cast even more skepticism on Michael's self-defense claim.
This morning when I left, I saw that Michael he looked really stressed out, but I told Matthew, I said, listen, I've met Eric a few times and I talked to him, and he's not beyond trying to bully somebody, okay, or posture with you, but he could posture with you if he felt like he wanted to press an issue. And I think by his mannerisms, when he was knocking on Michael's door, that there was an issue bigger than what might have been casually looked at something. And in listening to the girls in the van that live in the building outside of, they said they've been going back and forth for some time. So there was some mounting tension over what, I have no idea. Okay.
By sharing these details, Caesar gave detectives crucial insight into the tense relationship between Eric and Michael. Later interviews with neighbors and other witnesses revealed strikingly similar accounts. Initially, Michael's neighbors and other witnesses revealed
It said Eric often tried to intimidate others, especially Michael. Okay. Michael was acting oddly this morning. Shit, he probably got tired of being bullied. He wouldn't have found or paid for a pistol.
strikingly similar accounts. Initially, Michael's story seemed to add up. If it had really been 2 against 1, with Michael being noticeably smaller than both Eric and Jonathan, it was plausible that he felt the need to use lethal force to defend himself. But there were a couple things that didn't quite make sense. Firstly, there was no damage to Michael's apartment door, despite his claims that Eric kicked it in. Secondly, neither Eric nor Jonathan had weapons on them. The only weapons involved in the scene had belonged to Michael. Lastly, Jonathan's injuries weren't at all consistent with Michael's story. Jonathan had been stabbed over 20 times. He had sustained 1 injury to his side, and the rest of the stab wounds were on his back, neck, and head.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Like in a scuffle, bro, I can see 2, 4 max, but 20. And it say slashes. It said this. So I mean, it was penetration. You ain't doing that 20 times. I can see like 1 here, 1 there, probably 1 to the back, 1 on the shoulder, 1 on the hand. That'd be it. In the scuffle, especially when it's 2 of them and 1 of him.
Based on the placement of the injuries, it appeared Jonathan had been savagely attacked while facing away from his attacker. All of this made it seem like there was more to the story than simply self-defense.
Might have been the air dude. Let me see. Sorry.
All of this made it seem like there was more to the story than simply self-defense.
This dude, these two, I think they were brothers or whatever. So this dude is the one that's claiming self-defense. He might have been doing something to him, and then this dude came to protect him.
Jonathan would remain in critical condition for hours, having lost a significant amount of blood and requiring multiple transfusions. Miraculously, he eventually stabilized enough to reveal to detectives the biggest bombshell yet. He reported that, throughout the day of the attack, he had started receiving Facebook messages from Michael. Jonathan was confused by the messages, as he had only just moved into the property and had never spoken or interacted with Michael directly. He stated the messages were threatening in nature, and that the messages he was receiving got more unhinged as the day went on. In his last message, he said that Michael referred to him and Eric as cockroaches that needed to be exterminated.
He lost it. He said, "You leave me no choice. You will see soon." And then they went up there to this nigga room to confirm about these text messages.
The messages demonstrated how Michael viewed Eric and Jonathan's lives as expendable. Remember that Caesar had mentioned Michael's strange behavior that morning? He was agitated and frustrated. Michael also claimed he was about to go to bed when Eric kicked in his door. However, going to bed with a loaded gun, an extra clip, and a pocket knife at the ready is more indicative of someone preparing to exterminate a problem rather than simply going to sleep. Michael's story.
Yeah, but then that also could have been looked at as, if they didn't have the messages at least, that they was bullying him, and he was like, "Man, I'm going to bed, nigga, prepared, nigga, in case you niggas come in my room."
Was already seeming to crumble, and when police found their most disturbing lead yet, a clear picture would be painted of the gruesome night. Next to Eric's body, police had discovered his iPhone, and as it turns out, Eric had recorded the entire attack. This changed everything. It was now clear this wasn't self-defense. This had been done in pure rage.
Sorry, dude. You keep sending me messages. I'm trying to answer you. I know you're deaf, so I'm trying to knock, but you can hear me. Quit sending me text messages about stupid shit.
Told you. I knew it. They went up to this room, to this man's room, to confront him about these text messages.
The video completely
Yeah. It went up there to confront him. He didn't answer the door. When he turned away, the dude that was knocking at the door, then he came out. And that must be the one that's unalive.
Dicks Michael's rendition of events and certainly disproves any claim of self-defense he had. There were no threats, no kicking down of doors. Jonathan wasn't even involved until he heard the gunshots. Based on the video, Eric wasn't even at Michael's door when he opened it. He was near the bottom of the staircase. Eric was not a threat. Michael, on the other hand, opened his door, armed with a gun and a pocket knife, clearly intending to harm Eric. During the fight, Jonathan tried to intervene and save the life of his brother, only to get himself stabbed over 20 times, all while trying to crawl away to safety. Seconds before
he was the one trying to save his brother. Okay, I thought the other dude, because he was the one unalive, was trying to save him.
the officers arrived on the scene, Michael can be seen collecting his gun from the laundry room. This evidence, combined with witness statements and Mike's own interview, would be enough to prove his guilt. Michael discharged his weapon 7 times, and 6 out of 7 of those shots hit Eric. Due to the placement of those wounds, there had been no chance of Eric surviving his injuries. Jonathan was stabbed over 20 times, all the while begging Michael to stop. EMS stated that Jonathan nearly died multiple times, and if first responders had even been a minute later, he would have bled out. Michael Ralston would ultimately be charged with the murder of Eric Wins and the aggravated assault of Jonathan Dillard. When presented with the phone recording Eric captured, Michael pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 30 years in prison.
Even though at his age, he's done anyway, so hey. But condolences to the person that was lost in this video, bro, because that's crazy.